Welcome back. It's time for 12 Talk. An observational clinical research trial is currently being conducted right now in the capital city, and it's to fight cancer. And joining us now to talk more about the trial, Dr. Stephen Davidson. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Tanya.
Well, how does this trial work? Who are you looking at?
Well, Conversance Biologics is the name of the trial, and in the 20 years that we've been doing cancer research at the Montgomery Cancer Center, I think this is the most potentially impactful thing that we've done. Patients that have cancer or hematologic conditions agree to donate blood specimens. We then characterize those specimens, not only the type of cancer, the type of blood disorder that they have, but on a molecular basis, we characterize them much more specifically than that based upon the proteins and such that are present on the cancer cells or in the blood. We then are building up banks of these blood specimens, and then when researchers at academic institutions or corporations have potentially a new cancer treatment, instead of having to go through the onerous process of a phase 1, a phase 2, a phase 3 trial, they use these specimens to test the efficacy and the safety of these potentially new cancer treatments on these specimens first. It's a much more efficient way to do it. Allows us to potentially get these better treatments for cancer to the clinic setting sooner rather than later.
And then they don't have to be so invasive. They can use these specimens that you have, and they don't have to worry about...
Well, in order to get FDA approval, they're still going to have to go through phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 trials. But there's so many that have to be tested.
Right.
If you can first use the biospecimens that patients are so gracious to give, and find out if they're safe and effective on those biospecimens, for example, on the cancer cells that can be detected in the blood specimens, then you are more likely to take something to a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 trial that's going to be successful.
Okay, you're showing me this graph.
Well, this
what are we talking
it's
about?
just a breakdown of the approaching 500 patients now from the Montgomery Cancer Center that are participating in this, over 700 specimens. This is the breakdown of the different malignancies that are represented, and you can see the majority of them are breast cancer patients and multiple myeloma patients, but we have different types of breast cancers, colon cancers, leukemias, lung cancers. One of the most impressive things that have come out of this research already is that this has aided the development of a blood test for the detection of lung cancer, which potentially
wasn't there before,
no.
And now that could potentially save thousands, if not millions of people.
Lung cancer is the #1 cause of cancer death in men and women. So if you had a blood test for cancer for screening purposes, you could save a lot of lives.
My goodness, and what wonderful things can come out of this. You're just getting started with this, so will you, doctor, come back and talk to us more about this as the research continues? We'd love to talk more about it.
We will, and we appreciate you letting us get the word out.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Best of luck with this, okay?
Thank you.
This could change lives. It really could. We'll be right back. Stay with us.